What's going on, guys? Adam here from A to Z Body Fitness, and in this video we're going to go over a few other things when it comes to how to build muscle and how to increase time under tension, which is going to allow you to build lean tissue over time. So one of my other videos that I released not too long ago, it's called TMMT, which stands for Technique, Mind to Muscle Connection, and Tempo. And in that video, I essentially describe that formula and what I used, what I still use for myself and what I use for my current clients and also for clients in the past out of the many people I've trained. So I just wanted to go into a bit more detail on time under tension. So TUT is time under tension, and it's essentially grouped with my other formula. And all time under tension really is the amount of intensity and amount of force that you're putting your muscles under. So basically the way it works is the more tension they spend under time is going to give you more lean tissue and it's going to give you more muscle growth over time. So that's all that time under tension is, right? So you want to essentially put this into practice by going slower, as I've stated in a lot of my other videos in the beginning, and also continue to do that at a lighter tempo later on in the set. The reason why I go slower, the reason why I tell people to have higher amounts of tension and go slower in the beginning of a set is because you essentially have more energy, right? Whether it's the first set or whether it's like the 16th set, you're gonna have more energy at the beginning of the set. If it's later on in the exercise, obviously you're not gonna have more energy expenditure overall, but you're still gonna have more energy in the beginning of that certain set because you've been resting, right? So you're able to essentially go slower and create more tension for the allotted time that you're doing it for. But the thing is, you wanna understand is that the longer you do that for, the more pressure it obviously has on your joints, on your muscles, and you don't wanna keep putting too much stress over them over time. Right? Our bodies can take a big beating, but the number of times you do that over months and years will add up. You don't want to constantly go slow because it's just going to put too much pressure on the joint and on the muscle itself. So, as an example, I'm just going to show you what I mean. Now, I'm going to show you with bicep curls just because you guys can only see half of my body. Again, you can apply this to any exercise, doesn't matter what you do. So let's say we're going to be doing, even though, again, I like to do 15 plus, but let's say we're doing 10, right? So the first, let's say 3 reps, and it can be 3 reps, 2 reps, 4 reps, whatever's easier for you, whatever you want to work with is going to be slower. The tension is going to be caused under the amount of time that you're putting towards how slow you're going, right? So if we're doing a tempo, which is the time of 3 seconds up and 3 seconds down, the tension is going to be caused by how slow or how fast you go. So 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do that 3 more times, right? And then down again. Now, we said we were going to do 3, so we do it 1 more time. And at this stage, depending on where you are, you can already start to feel your muscles getting a little sore. So then you just move a bit faster. Now you do 2 and 2, or as I'm doing now, 1 and 1, right? Because you've already caused a lot of tension in the muscle from going slow within the first few reps, you can still feel the tension within your muscles even though you're going faster now throughout the exercise. So the idea is to keep the tension throughout the exercise as you're doing it and go slow in the beginning to help create that tension and push a lot more blood into the muscle as you're doing it, right? But you can't continuously do that throughout the exercise. If there's somebody who's more experienced and they've been working out for a while, they'll be able to handle it, they can do it because they're stronger. But again, it's not essentially needed. You always want to create progressive overload and you always want to keep challenging yourself. And there's many ways to do that by, doing 4 slow reps with 4 seconds, or doing, 3 slow reps with like 5 seconds, or doing even, 4 reps in the beginning of 3 seconds up and down with the bicep curls and then going for like 20 reps, right? There's a number of ways that you can do it. But again, you don't want to keep doing that for the entire set because over time of you doing it, like we're talking months and years, if you constantly do it, it's going to have effects on your joints and on your muscles, right? Mainly your joints, not so much on your muscles, but it'll be mainly your joints because they're not going to recover like your muscles can. You want to essentially build that up in the beginning, create time under tension, and then you want to essentially go to a slower tempo, slower time, and go for more repetitions because you already have that tension in your muscles still from doing the slow amount of repetitions in the beginning of the set, and use it and propel that to essentially move you forward and to be able to build more lean tissue. And you want to do that with every set and with every exercise. Doesn't matter if you're doing legs, if you're doing chest, shoulders, whatever the case may be, right? Any muscle group that you're doing, this can be a technique, again, that you should be using that's going to allow you to help you to build more lean tissue over time. It's essentially the best way to do it. You can use it with many different methods. You can do it in different ways as well, but that's essentially what time under tension is and how you should be utilizing it to build lean tissue, to build muscle over time, okay? That's the best way to do it, and that's what I use in my other formulas. So it's essentially, like I said, it's your technique with your mind to muscle connection and your tempo. So I just formulate that in there, and I combine the time under tension with proper technique, with your mind to muscle connection, making sure you're contracting as much as you can, whether you're in the first few slow reps of the exercise or whether you're going faster. Your technique is always going to be as perfect as possible. And then your mind to muscle connection, you're always trying to hit that muscle as hard as you can and as good as you can and the best that you can, which is what you're going to build over time. And then it's your tempo, which is the last part, which is how fast you're going. Okay, so that's hopefully a little bit more clear for you guys, and hopefully you can understand that a bit better. But bottom line, it's just essentially how you control your exercise, your technique, how well your form is, your mind to muscle connection, and then your tempo, and then your contraction and how much tension you're causing while you're doing that exercise as well. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. Hope you like what you saw. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you thought about it down below. Download my free playbook. There's a lot of good tips in there. It's completely free. And also visit my other social media handles as I release content daily in order to help better educate you guys. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.